What's the most underrated season of a player of all time?
Well, since we're talking about under, well, I'm not gonna say it's overrated, but just because it didn't win an award and it should have undisputedly, I gotta go with 2009 Darrell Reeves. Darrell Reeves in that season literally locked down every top receiver in the game. You know, Terrell Owens, Chad Johnson, Reggie Wayne, Andre Johnson, and he didn't win Defensive Player of the Year. He was literally clear cut the best corner in the league. Literally, that's literally season. That is the best lockdown season the corner has ever done. Press man to man, no cover three straight, cover zero, cover one, man to man. Locked down. He locked down every receiver played that game. Literally, no receiver on that face against the Darrell Reeves had 40 yards against him. Not a single one. Just think about that. All the top receivers in the game, not a single person got over 40 yards against him. So since that he didn't win an award, I'm going to go Darrell Reeves because he should have undisputedly been Defensive Player of the Year. What he did for that season, nobody has ever replicated. Literally, nobody. The closest that's came has been 2020 Jalen Ramsey. But besides that, even then, Jalen Ramsey led by a 100-yard game. Again, the degree of difficulty of holding the top receiver, the best of the best in the game, to under 50 yards every time you match up against them is mind-boggling. Nobody's really ever done it, bro.
One of the most underrated seasons ever. No Pro Bowls, no All-Pro picks. 2006, Brian Westbrook. We're talking 1,200 rushing yards, almost 699 yards receiving, close to 1,900 yards total. Brian Westbrook was an absolute monster that year, helping lead that Philadelphia Eagles game-changing offense over there. He's doing it all. Doing it from the backfield, doing it from the receiving core. And this is at a time when that pass catching running back wasn't really that focused. So he was really one of the revolutionary guys. Yes, we had Marshall Faulk earlier, but him doing this thing with Andy Reid, they really kind of revolutionized what the running back was able to do and how he was able to contribute to the team. So Brian Westbrook going underappreciated because of that fact. And one of the things why he didn't get all the love that particular season is because those touchdowns wasn't huge. He had seven rushing touchdowns, but we understand touchdown variance. A lot of times when he's in the box, they're stacking the box against those Eagles. So he wasn't going to get those huge touchdown totals, which is why people overlooked it. But when we watched the game and really analyzed what he was able to contribute to that team, offensively, he was the engine of that team. Yes, they had McNabb. Yes, they had Owens. But Brian Westbrook was the heart and soul of that team. He was the guy when they needed a big play, they go to Brian Westbrook. Brian Westbrook was the guy who made all the game-changing plays for that team. Severely underrated season. Brian Westbrook is my pick.
This is a very interesting question, man. There's a lot of season out here, and it's really hard to say. I can't really say whether or not this guy won an award this year, but one of the most impressive running backs that I've seen that didn't really live up to the reputation because of outside factors, and I'm going to go with Arian Foster. Arian Foster, in my opinion, was one of the best running backs in like the early 2000s, late 2000s, and he's a running back that really led that Houston Texans offense. He's a person that was able to obviously make all the moves. He had excellent ball carrying vision, and he can break all the tackles. Arian Foster, for me, when it comes down to it, he really had the trajectory to be one of the better running backs in the NFL due to injury and due to other outside factors. And of course, that passing offense was always a big problem for what it should have been. If he kept on going, he would have been great. But the year that he went absolutely nuts, I think he definitely had over 1,000 yards, probably over 1,300 rushing yards. Arian Foster is one of the best running backs that nobody talks about, and one of the greatest running back seasons since the 2000s. And that is my pick.
It's the player choice way. Yeah, them boys gon' get it started. The player choice way. Yeah, the player choice way. Come and switch lanes into the player choice way.